What is going on, guys? Back with another video. Took a little break, a couple of days off, and came back to the market bleeding yet again. So this cycle is different, guys. It's a hard cycle to really get to grips with, because every time you think the bottom is in, we get more news from Trump, which just completely obliterates the market. So we've had basically US implementing 25% tariff on imports from Mexico and Canada, and 10% additional tariff on China. Tariffs are never really a good thing, guys. For the economy, for investments, for stocks generally, and it's really how fast and how sort of quick he is in making these decisions. We look at his meme coin, which is, to be fair, if we look at his wife's coin very soon. So this came down from $70 and it's now around $20. And then we look at this clown's meme, and this one is down currently nearly 90%. So this was not really what we were expecting from the market, and as a result, we've seen dominance shoot up, even though Bitcoin's pulled back. Bitcoin pulled back 5%, and we've seen altcoins get absolutely destroyed. So it is frustrating, guys. It's something which is really testing all of our patience, because now you get a lot of people who are saying all season is cancelled. Move on, invest in Bitcoin. Some people are telling you to buy into Bitcoin, even though it's pretty much broke through its previous highs. And I don't think that's a smart thing to do, especially at this stage, because we this guy, Trump, whatever, even though some people might think he doesn't know what he's doing, behind the scenes, he's buying, hundreds of millions of dollars of Ethereum. And when you look at Ethereum, right, of course, it hasn't been the best start. Traditionally we've seen, well, we've only started February, but normally we've seen, February be a green month in terms of returns for Ethereum. We saw 2024 up 46%. And then, previously, apart from 2018, we've seen green months also in March as well. In terms of what I believe, guys, I do think Q1 we will see a big recovery, in my opinion. And today, guys, I'm going to talk about 10 altcoins that I am currently accumulating, which are on good discounts. So let's get into it, guys. Again, if you were sidelined from the market, it's a very good opportunity to get exposure if you haven't got exposure. Of course, none of this is financial advice. The first one, which has took a massive beating, guys, is Sai. This is down nearly 40% on the month. And, you've got a very good opportunity to get into a solid layer one, which from this level, guys, can potentially give you a 10 to 15x, in my opinion. This is crazy. You're pretty much getting this very close. Of course, not completely at the bottom, but, you're buying this a lot cheaper than a lot of other people have been, buying this. Very solid layer one, looking to solve the EVM problem, make it more efficient. Growing ecosystem as well, the emphasis on, big corporations, organizations. And I do think you do need layer one exposure. And for me, Sai is one of the most undervalued layer ones, high caps, which I do think is going to give you very good returns from here. Just back to all-time highs is over $1. And as I've said, I think a 10 to potentially 15x, but we'll say 10x is very possible. Next is another high cap, which has been absolutely destroyed. Beam. This is down 55% on the month, guys, and it is painful, of course, but it is an opportunity to lower your average entry price. Now, Beam is arguably, in my opinion, the best overall gaming project. They've also got AI incorporated into it. The games they offer are very high quality. You can also get nodes on this as well to earn some passive income. And, it's on a very good discount, guys. As you can see, it's down massively on the month. And, Beam for me is something which is going to be one of the first movers when we see the gaming run come, which is going to come, guys. They've got big plans, teamed with some big companies. Also, I think they've got ties within the UAE as well. You can see the games they offer very high quality, and they also offer a marketplace. And on top of that, they've integrated artificial intelligence into the project also. Overall, very solid pick. And, I would think it's very good opportunities to DC into Beam. Next on the list, guys, is Aut, one of my favorite projects overall, which has also seen a very hard time. This is 50% down on the month, guys, and a very good opportunity for people to get exposure. The sad reality is, guys, when people see these discounts, they get scared and they think, I don't want to touch this because it's down. And then when they see it up 30, 40, 50%, they want to FOMO into the market. You've got a very good opportunity to, lower or get exposure to and build position into Alt if you haven't already. For me, this is a no-brainer. It's one of my biggest positions, and for me, what they're doing is solving, real use case, deep in artificial intelligence, storage, which, a lot of people sleep on storage. They don't understand how big it is, and they also have their own mainnet. Covered this many times. Some of the biggest partnerships, in the world. You've got the likes of Dell, you've got the likes of Tencent, Seagate, Lenovo, and the difference is, these companies are actually utilizing, these, the products they offer as well. They're also the storage provider for BNB, and the amount of nodes is increasing day by day. Pretty much global coverage. Every single continent is covered here, and you can also run your own edge node. And for me, very solid pick. I think at these prices, guys, 25 million. This is a real no-brainer. Of course, dollar cost average because nobody really knows when the bottom is in. But this is a project which has solid utility, solid partnerships. For me, it can give you some very, very good returns, potentially 20 to 30x plus from here, in my opinion. So that would be the third project I would look to accumulate. Next project, which people have been asking me, are you still bullish on? Are you, do you think it's a scam? Now, Tectum has been something which has really tested my patience. A lot of it, in my opinion, has been down to the management of, the overall project and the marketing aspect, communication. Communication is key, and they haven't managed it well. Now, why I think Tectum is a good buy, of course, it is pretty much at the bottom. 26 million market cap, guys. Majority of the supply is out. Now, why is this a good buy now? So what we've got now, guys, we've got the mainnet launch, which has begun, basically working on building the main infrastructure, the validators, the nodes, also finalizing the network, and also, testing it to make sure it's secure. This is stability, verifying the transactions. So this is something which could be a very big catalyst. This is what everyone's been waiting for, the mainnet of Tectum, to see how big, it can grow. Also the ecosystem with projects being built on it. And again, guys, this is risky, of course, but this is big news, right? The mainnet is what everyone has been waiting for. Big partnerships, they've won awards. They've been featured within, big sort of media outlets within the Middle East, and also got big links to the United Arab Emirates. And it's also aiming to be the fastest blockchain. So again, guys, 26.6 million market cap. This is down heavily. And, if you want to take that risk, which I think can give you some good reward, I think Tectum is a solid pick. I mean, you're getting this at the bottom. And, for me, I'm also DCing some more to reduce my average buy-in price. And again, guys, always DCA, very important. Never, ever, throw in huge amounts of money at one price. So Tectum would be the fourth project, which I think is, good low cap. Obviously risky, but the reward is also there once the market turns around. And it will turn around, guys. You just have to be patient. And the patience required is a lot. I understand that, guys. But, good things will come, God willing. Next is, RWA. I think it's an essential narrative to have exposure to. Propbase is a very, very solid pick. Now, this gives you exposure to the Aptos chain and also Base. Base is massive. It's going to bring some of the biggest growth we've seen in crypto over the next 6 months to a year. Propbase, very, very good level to accumulate, in my opinion. Very close to the bottom. 16 million market cap, guys, and they continue to build. You can invest in properties, very high quality properties with emphasis on Southeast Asia. You can get yield on this as well. And as I've said, it's also built on Base and Aptos. What they've done as well, they've also got some more listings, to just improve the overall volume. Good, engagement. A lot of people talk about Propbase a lot. Partnerships here, new properties launched, security audits done, and overall, guys, I just think it's a very solid pick for an RWA project, which can give you some very, very healthy gains. For me, again, I think 20 to 30x plus is possible. Even if this does a 50x, it wouldn't surprise me. But again, guys, at this stage, you need to be a bit more conservative and lock in profits when you get gains. When you get 5x, when you get 10x, make sure to take your initials out. But for me, Propbase is very, very solid. And then if you want another RWA project, which has some massive backers behind it and is also going to be live on Solana, Lingo, very solid pick, also on Base, and covered this before. Essentially, what they do is try to reward the community. Basically, you can stake this and they generate a platform fee, which they then invest into real estate. The money which is generated over time obviously builds up, and then they basically use this to reward their community. 3,000 plus brands, I believe. They've got big brands which are partnered, hotels, PlayStation, you've got the likes of Nike. So pretty much everything is covered. And I think it's got a very, very good use case. And as I've said as well, once they go live on Solana, that is going to be very, very bullish as well. And overall, very solid project. They do have a token unlock in March. But again, I've talked about, we've seen Ondo, we saw that huge unlock, which didn't even put a dent in the price. So for me, I still think very healthy, prices to accumulate. They also have tier 1 listings on the roadmap. So for me, Lingo is a very solid pick. Next on the list, guys, GraphLink GLQ, one of my favorite AI projects, which has also been beaten up badly, 40% down on the month. What I like about this, guys, is it's basically giving you cross sort of narrative exposure. AI, of course, you've also got AI agents, and it's also a layer 1 with the GraphLink chain. And what they're doing is looking to release a launchpad to basically grow the ecosystem and projects which are going to be built on the GraphLink chain. Very good price, guys. This is 13.6 million market cap. It's just unbelievable, some of these projects, guys, how low they are in market cap. For me, GraphLink is very solid. I think very good level to accumulate. Very, very active community. They also joined the Google Cloud Startups program, which is also good for marketing. And you can see the amount of holders in terms of stakers, and also overall growth of the chain and ecosystem continues to grow. And as I've said, the launchpad, which they will be releasing soon, also looks really good. So for me, very good levels to accumulate. And I think this can also give you some very good gains, potentially 30x plus from here. So that would be another AI project. Next, we're going to talk about Maneki. This is a meme which has also been beaten up badly. Likewise, if you look at most of the memes, guys, specifically on Solana, they're down massively. Now, why I like Maneki, guys, they have some big marketing efforts, partnered with Sheffield, with Napoli, and also one of the biggest UFC stars. What I like about Maneki, guys, is they continue to push out content, very good artwork, and I just think it's a very good meme coin. You don't need too much exposure for memes. And I do think Maneki is something which can give you some very, very good returns from here. Now, if we look at the market cap, 23 million market cap, and volume is also very healthy. And honestly, I can see this giving you potentially 20, 30x as well. So yeah, very good project. And for me, good opportunity to, lower your average buying price. So that would be the next project. Now, this is a gaming project, which is called Nine Heroes. And this is down heavily, right? This is 5.6 million. This is a micro cap, which is down again over 50% on the month. Now, why I like Nine Heroes, guys, this is a AAA standard game, which will be available on Steam and also Epic Games. The big difference with this, guys, this is one of the games, we talk about crypto gaming not getting adoption. This is one of those games which already has, streamers publishing content on it. They have big influencers on board. They've got a huge, huge community as well. You can see he has 664,000 followers. Good engagement on their post as well. They also have a YouTube channel, and I think this is really, really going to perform well. You can see here the quality of the game. They've got a huge, huge development in place. And again, I think very good exposure if you want a good, solid gaming project. Normally, I like to invest in studios, gaming studios, but AAA standard games will perform well. I think once the gaming narrative flips around, this is pretty much at the bottom as well. And at 5.6 million, guys, and there's no unlocks for a good few months from here as well. This is a very good project with very, very healthy trading volume and some very good exchange listings as well. You've got HTX, you've got Bybit already, and overall, I just think it's a very good project. Next, and the final project on the list is Natix Network, guys. So this is a DeepIn project, which again is down on the month around 30%, just under 13 million in market cap. And essentially what this is doing, guys, is trying to build a global mapping network of smart cameras. So they basically offer a product which integrates into Tesla. They're also working on additional sort of vehicle models as well. And essentially what you can do with this is you can contribute to this mapping network, and you can earn, passive income, you can earn rewards. You can see already they've got over 200,000 registered drivers. They've got a massive amount of distance covered in terms of, the network. And again, big partners on board, and, they've got big plans for the future, powered by Peak as well. And it's also built on Solana. I think this is a project which really does have huge, huge potential. And as I've said, solid token utility as well. and some good backers behind it. Big community as well, 167,000 followers. Also uses AI to basically power the whole ecosystem in terms of the mapping system. So again, solid project, which I think can really perform well. And, you know, very low market cap. So yeah, guys, the market, of course, is painful, but you just have to hang in there, guys. Patience is a virtue. And, you know, ultimately, guys, we will flip around, you know, soon, in my opinion. I think, you know, going into February, I think we will turn around. I think March is going to be a good month. And all you can do is DCA, guys. So anyway, don't be too disheartened, guys. You know, just really learn to, you know, DCA and never ever buy in at one price, because, you know, you could continue to dip. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do not forget to drop a like so you don't miss any more content. Also subscribe to the channel, and, you know, I will continue to be bringing you, you know, alpha content and also more opportunities in the market. So do not forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of that content, and I'll see you very soon for the next video.